Inside of me.
Hello!
We were dancing to the song. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Good shot.
Hello, everybody.
Sorry about your cam down.
Sorry about everybody's
Hey, guys.
headphones. Hello.
Hi,
Welcome to the Dreams live stream.
Woohoo! There's going to be lots of dancing today.
Yes.
And horror.
Yes. Which
But
is
not horrible dancing.
It's a strange mix, but I think it works.
Yeah, it's going to
Yeah.
be
It
good.
works.
It's gonna be good.
Yay. So, what are we doing today, guys?
Well,
Wow.
we've had some requests
We have.
saying they wanted something a bit darker,
Yeah,
a bit
the-
moodier,
We
you know.
usually like a bit of sort of a horror, like
Yeah, I heard
something
that,
a
I
bit
heard
darker,
that.
a bit kind of spookier. So.
And so we thought we would do something that uses modular pieces. We can show you how you can quickly build some scenes with just a couple of assets, really quickly,
Ooh.
but kind of spooky and
Yes.
horror-like.
Yeah, we want.
It's got a nice atmosphere, this one, hasn't it?
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is-
exactly.
Me and Pete want to be scared, right?
yeah.
We haven't got cushions.
We're
so
your,
But I go like
we're
this.
the fear barometer. The louder we scream, the better you're doing your job.
Yeah. I'm not sure it'd be that scary, but
We don't know how loud we
okay,
scream.
so
So yeah,
let's begin.
let's jump in to the dream.
So here, I pre-made the scene earlier at lunchtime,
Ooh, it's looking good.
and it's just made of essentially 3 assets. We've got this block on the side here. If I grab it, move it out, you'll see it's just a block, but on each side there's something that I made different.
Ooh, so it's got different
Different
faces.
sides.
Nice.
So you can use it for different things. So you can imagine that side I use for the ceiling, that side obviously a vent, and this side
Damn,
over
I
here
don't
like
think
the
it's a
floor. Oh yeah, I think we've got I think the screen may have paused.
Oh, Dan, I think the screen's paused. Is the screen working?
Sorry everybody.
You
10.
can't see
Minor
what
technical hitch. It's fine.
we're talking about, but it's updated
Ah,
now.
it's back
We're
again.
back.
There we go. We're back.
Woo!
Woohoo, we're back. So if any of you guys missed that, I was just talking about I've made this singular block that I've put something different on each of the sides. So that side there could be the ceiling, this side here can be the floor,
Ooh.
this side could be a nice bit of wall,
So
piping.
it's each got a different face that
Each
can
got
be
a
used
different
quite,
face.
in different,
Exactly.
different ways. So cool.
And so just using that one block and this other block here, which is just a triangular version of the same principle, I've managed to make this this entire scene here, which is pretty cool. It's only the start of a scene, but
See, that's incredible because it looks
see
so
where it goes.
detailed and it looks like everything is individual.
Yeah, yeah.
But actually,
Yeah.
exactly.
it's
So if I've got this little space girl that you guys have seen before.
yay.
She's gonna. It's all very dark, so she's gonna help us build because she's gonna shine the torch where I'm building, which is really cool. So it's like collaborative effort because it's got to be dark to be scary.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. You need darkness.
So if I quickly jump in
create
and press
suspense.
play, Pete, if you pick up a controller,
Ooh.
Pete can control the character, I think.
Okay, cool.
So I've made this door. I pre-made this door, and it's got a little bit of logic in it, which says when the player gets near to it, it
we
opens
go.
up.
Ta-da!
So you
Woo!
can see we've got nothing outside at the moment. We've got empty space.
Blank
and that's
canvas, it's ready.
blank canvas ready to go. So
Ready to go.
let's do some building. So I'll exit back
That's
out
so cool.
and we leave the character there. So I'll go out the door and you can see if we look at it from the outside,
Ooh.
like in this little self-contained spaceship.
It's a spaceship. It's so
It's a
cool.
spaceship. So what in space is one thing that would be really cool to have. It's like a sort of kind of space, but like a space vista, right?
Yes, yeah. You need to get like an idea of the scale of
The scale.
of the vastness of space because space is huge.
So
Right?
here's something that one of the artists made the other day that I just happened to notice while I was building this.
Okay. That's
So
kind of small, John.
it's kind of small. But what's cool is we can scale it up and you'll see what it is once I start making it bigger. So I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to start making it really big. Let's get it really, really big. No, I mean like, let's make it,
What?
the biggest-
like Jupiter kind of
let's
scale.
make it
like.
even bigger. Let's go like really, really big.
Whoa.
Okay, there we go. So you can see,
That is
if
so
I
cool.
go back down to the spaceship,
Back down to our
you
like
can see
tiny little level.
how big you can actually make things in Dreams. Really simply like that. So now, if I jump back into play mode like that, down a little bit like this, when Pete walks forward and he looks out the door, he's now looking out
Yeah,
into this
that's
cool
really nice.
space scene.
Oh,
isn't
It's
it?
so big
wow.
that you can just make out the outline
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the planet because the bigger it is and the further away it is, the more it gets occluded by the fog. So this is a really
Nice.
nice scale. It's
Very
really
nice scale.
it's
It looks
pretty.
like there's a huge planet
you
out
can
there.
feel the scale of it actually.
It's
can't you?
monstrous.
Yeah.
It's a planet-sized planet.
That's what we want.
In fact, if you stay at the door looking outwards,
Okay.
it'll help us build going forward. There.
Oh yeah.
This a little space girl can light up the
Ooh.
scene for us. So I'm going to zoom back in.
I love just jumping in. I love the sort of like the rocks and the peaks over there.
Yeah, it's
that you
lovely.
create.
What's cool is I think
Really nice.
we can modify it from this point of view as well, so we can
Yeah.
see exactly. So you can move this entire planet-size thing around, and we can get it nice and
Get that shot just right.
Getting that shot is sort of like there.
Line up your vista.
There we go.
The question is, are there any aliens on that planet?
No,
Unknown. It's
unknown
unexplored.
quality. So I'm going to start extending this level out. So I'm going to turn the grid on.
John, is it possible to create destructible environments?
Destructible environments, you can. Eventually, you know, we've got a whole system of logic tools that we haven't revealed yet, but you know, using that you can do all kinds of crazy and cool things with. So
Anything you'd expect to kind of
Yeah.
make in a normal game,
exactly.
or yeah.
And I really love blowing stuff up.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
the more bits it can break into, the better for me. So, you know, yeah, destructible environments would definitely be something we can do, and you can do for yourself, and you can do. Imagine how you'd want it to.
And we've seen just a tiny little taste of logic there, with that door,
Just
where
with that
the way
door that
the
opens,
character
yeah.
walks up to the door and then it opens.
Exactly.
And that, I think, is going to be a big part of it. Like, some people might be very confident with building things with logic, and some people might not be as comfortable with that. But John might be able to search the community and find a door with logic already in it and stick it down in his level, and it'll just work. You won't have to even sort of like dive in and see how it works. You'll be able to find existing logic and just lean on that.
And it just works, so yeah.
So here I was just extending that floor, so now I'm going to multiple
So this
select
is
all
all
these bits.
on the grid.
This
nicely.
is all on the grid, and it's all in powers of 2, so it's really cool. I'll show you what that means in a sec. So I can scale it up like this, and I can shift it along.
Oh, you're slightly
Oh,
off.
I'm slightly off. There we go. I know.
To be fair, you can't see, but our TV is covered with streamers from our
yeah.
The camera.
It's true, actually. If you guys can see the screen, all I can see is streamers on the screen.
It's
So
a party.
here we go. We're starting to extend this level out, which is quite cool.
Ooh, this is cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
nice.
now we're getting a real kind of spooky vibe to it. Really nice.
So what I do is I just extend the floor. But what's cool is, like I said, in the power of 2, you see, if I double it up, 1 brick equals 2 bricks than it was before, which
Yeah.
is really cool.
Oh,
So
I
everything will
see.
still be on the grid nicely, even
Yeah.
if I start enlarging things, which is really, really cool. So I can
Oh wow, it
I
really
can
does
quickly
snap.
make a floor really nice and
Yeah.
quickly.
And you know that everything's lined up, everything's
Exactly.
clicking into place. And can you turn the grid off as well?
I can,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
Ooh, so if you want to
absolutely.
go a bit more,
A bit more freestyle, which we will definitely do later. But it's cool to use the grid to like set things out sometimes.
So if people want to create, like levels and things where there's a lot of repetition in a certain bit, like a corridor, for example, this is perfect. For that kind of
Exactly that.
It's
Sweet.
good to have the grid on for very sort of, I don't know, architectural things. So like the inside of a spaceship with very sort of, I don't know, deliberate angles. You'd keep the grid on. But for example, when we were looking out at the moonscape in the distance, that would have had the grid off, because you get a nice organic, natural sort of.
Yeah, because some things you don't want them to be too sort of perfect. you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and maybe even when you're sort of making like architectural interiors,
Yeah,
it's nice
yeah.
to turn the grid off quite often. But
Occasionally, yeah.
for this thing, I think
This is working well.
So yeah, so I'm gonna leave the grid on for a little bit, and I'm just gonna start
I love how you can just
blocking out the terrain.
I have
scale them up for even more variety. So you've got like 6 different faces, but if you scale them up, then they look completely different, and rotate them as well.
Yeah, rotate them,
so
yeah,
you can rotate them, scale
the
them,
entire
and,
thing out of this one
have
block.
different sides like this, so it looks completely different. Even though it's the same asset, it looks completely different depending on how you put it together.
I have a question about assets for
Yes.
you. It's from CC Runner 524. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, CC Runner. Does reusing assets reduce the memory required for added assets? So if you use the same ones over and over again, does that?
I'll leave that one for you to answer, Pete.
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah.
So yes, but I think the main reason that we have sort of come up with this workflow is because if you're making new assets every single time you want to place down a new bit of geometry, it's not a nice workflow. So you're like, oh, I need a curved bit of floor, I'll make a new prop. I need a straight corner and make a new prop. But if you have like a single asset that is multi-purpose and can serve multiple functions in your scene, then it's really nice. You can see how John here is just cloning to sort of like create an entire environment, and that we found was probably the most enjoyable way to kit bash a level together. So that's partly why we like to use it. I think there is a memory benefit, but I'm not technical enough to actually know for sure.
See, this is cool.
But it's more about workflow. We want to sort of encourage a very, very sort of like nice, enjoyable way to create a level.
Smooth way.
Are you using the up tool there?
I am using the up tool. So what I'm
love
kind
the
of
up
on the grid. So
tool.
what it is
It's my favourite.
it's staying completely upright, but I can turn left and right freely. So you can see it will flick between the different upright positions. So it's like it's on the grid,
Yeah,
but not completely on the grid.
because
you
you're
know.
moving it very freely in that sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You've got it on a different
So you can
angle.
because I think that's really interesting, because we've got a grid that tells you which way is up and which way is forwards and which way is left and right. But when you're walking around in real life, you don't know which way is north and south
I don't.
or east and west. It's just sort of,
You know what up and
but
down
you
is,
know
though.
which
True.
way gravity's pointing. So like,
Most of the time.
yeah, well, like when you
Most
look
of
at sometimes you don't. But so I think like you might want one building to be sort of like a one street, and then another street to be sort of slightly off
Yeah.
this off on a different axis, and the up tool will give you that
Yeah.
whilst making every building sort of face directly upwards.
Yeah.
It's really, really lovely, and like I use it all the time, and I think it is a really, really lovely aid to sort of kit bashing a level very quickly.
Yeah, it really, really helps.
So as we're creating here, obviously you've got the lighting quite dark because
I
we're
have.
sort of trying to make it spooky and
So
dark.
in fact,
But can you?
Shall I
if
come
you-
along and illuminate what
in
you're
fact,
working on?
yeah, that we can do two things. So you notice I've got lights here. So
Oh
what
yeah,
we'll do is
get
we'll
your
jump
light.
into play mode first, and we'll let Pete run down and help.
I'm
Okay,
just
so
going to
Pete
look at a
goes
wall.
and looks at a wall. Then when we go back into create mode, so here, help me.
I
Help me
see.
work that out, you see. And he follow you around as you're working. But we also have, as I mentioned earlier, these lights in here which are really cool. So you can grab those. So I've got these lights, and now I can really brighten everything up.
Oh, nice.
And you can
yeah.
scale the lights up just to make them more bright, you see.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's nice.
So even though it's a horror game, you know, we need to be able to see what we're doing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we can turn these lights off later as well if we want to.
And can you have like an environment quite bright, as say when you're in edit mode, to build it, and then
Oh,
can
yeah,
you
yeah.
change the light
Yeah.
afterwards?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I could have made this could have been like the middle of the day, obviously.
Ah, right. Okay.
You know, because we're going for this horror vibe, and it's good to sort of build in context to how you want it.
Yeah.
You know.
That is much nicer actually. Now you
Yeah.
can see those lights picking up all the details
Yeah,
on
that's
your
nice.
props.
It's nice to create
Amazing.
shadows as well. That's the thing in horror, I
So
find.
there you go. So I think
Shadows.
so. I think going forward, what I do is I build the lights first, and then,
Yeah.
and then you guys will be able to see
Sorry
what
if
we're doing.
anybody couldn't see anything. Please let us know. If
Yeah, yeah.
John couldn't see it. He made this with his eyes closed.
Yeah. I have really good night vision. That's all. So I'm just gonna build a roof.
Because you eat lots of carrots.
I
Isn't
d-
that what
I-
people
oh,
say?
man, I love carrots.
I love carrots as well. Raw carrots are good.
Oh, raw carrots.
I'm like Bugs Bunny, basically.
Yeah, we're both double Bugs Bunny going on here.
I feel like I ate a lot of carrots as a kid because I wanted to improve my night vision, and it didn't work. And I felt like, I'd been lied to by carrots.
Did it just turn you orange instead? I heard
Just
that's
end
what
up-
happened to World War II pilots.
They went orange.
Yeah, they went orange because they
way.
gave them carrots for the same reason,
Yeah.
because it had carotene in, I think, which
Ah.
is what's in your eye, and they thought logically, that'd just make your eyes better.
They
Just
became
give them more eye
orange.
power.
But it just turned them orange
No.
and didn't really improve their
That's
eyes.
not true.
Is it not?
Is this like?
Okay.
We can discuss useless facts after this
Okay.
meeting, but it's not true.
That's
need like a
It's
cue
obviously a
line,
total
but-
lie then. Don't listen to me.
There was a thing with Sunny D though.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
I like
that was true.
it's like a big pillar that you're making. That's really nice.
And it's cool. You can
You
see
can
it.
use the clone tool.
Oh, I could have done
What's
that.
that called?
Yeah, the
You like a
inwards one.
yeah,
kaleidoscope
let's
thingy.
do that. So what I do is I get one here like this, and then I clone it. Oops, move the clone tool. And what we do is we infill the gaps in between. You see, so I
Yeah.
can just reciprocate it. Let go of it. I can reciprocate it around.
Because it used to be that the clone tool only worked it extrapolated, I guess. I can't remember what
Yeah,
it's
yeah, and there's interpolate and extrapolate. So this is interpolating, which is working out what should go in the middle, and then extrapolating as well. I do that and I press triangle, and it goes the other way, so it goes forward. You see.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you can fill in the gaps between. You pick an object, and then you move to some other position, and you fill in the gaps between where you started and where you are now. And it's really useful for getting if you grab a stair at the bottom of the staircase, and you stick another stair at the top, and you just fill it out until it looks nice.
And you can even do that with multiple
Yeah,
selects. So
look
I
at
can grab this like this, and then I can do the same technique across.
If
like
you don't
this.
fill it out fully, it
That's
looks
so
like some
cool.
nice sort of like pillars,
Oh yeah, good
like
point.
buttress
There
roots or something.
we go. Buttress.
I don't know what that means.
I think I've heard that word.
A buttress is what pushes up against the wall to stop it coming out. It's a building term, so like
That's why you know
that.
then.
That's almost like a buttress
Yeah,
there. This
how
thing
it's
here,
sort
but
of-
they're usually not quite 45 degrees.
Oh,
but-
okay.
I remember them from trees in the rainforest, but I don't know. I had no idea. GCSE geography just coming back to haunt me
Way. Going back to haunt
all the
you.
way back.
because it's scary.
Good
Okay, so
times.
This is all looking very sci-fi, which
Yeah,
is
I'm
cool. So
loving
let's get
this.
It's really cool.
It's
get the
really cool.
lights.
I think those lights really
Yeah, they
helped.
really help, don't they?
Ooh.
Let's put a light inside that hole.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. That's cool.
When you see it sideways.
I like the blue glow actually, it's really cool.
I thought blue would contrast with the space
Mhm.
lady's helmet.
Yeah.
And the imps as well actually,
Yeah,
looking nice and pink
absolutely.
against that.
Let's turn the upright tool. Let's go freeform on these lights. Let's stick them on this surface here.
The upright tool is going to work with surface snap as well. So if you've got a surface like John's got here, which is not on the vertical axes, then you can surface snap to it. So say if you've got a clock and you want to stick it on a wall, but the wall's not straight, you could surface snap and use the upright tool, and it will point away
Magically
from the
work.
surface.
Yeah, super handy.
I don't know if that works at the moment, but it's gonna.
Got some questions coming in here.
Yeah, hit us.
Can you change the atmosphere of the whole place, of the level as a whole?
You can absolutely change the entire level. We can't show you right now because it's like a debug thing and would require me to like grab my keyboard and stuff. But you can make it all like different colours and
Yeah.
stuff. You know, you can change the sky. I mean, you've seen all our different levels if you've been following the Twitch stream, and you would have seen like the daytime forest, and you know,
Yeah.
you can do that very quickly.
They're really fast to use as well. You can get a very varied amount of like atmosphere very, very quickly just by sort of like I don't know, a couple of little tweaks.
Yes.
Just
It's
I
really,
feel
really
like
cool.
lighting personally just really helps to change
Yeah.
the whole scene.
Yeah.
And you know, we can't show it yet, but like music as well, and
Ooh.
you know, soundtracks and stuff. I feel like that can help to really. If I'm scared when I'm watching a horror film, I turn the sound off.
Yes.
You turn the sound up.
Off.
Up louder, more scary.
Standards.
How do you keep the limit of the thermometer low? Is it relation? Has relation to the size of the object or level of detail?
I think it's more the amount of objects in general. So you know, if you have like loads and loads and loads of different things, you know, and a bit like you trying to remember lots of different things, it's hard. But if it's lots of the same thing, it's a bit.
It's a bit easier.
The size doesn't really have any. You know, I've just made that
Yeah, the
planet over
size
there.
doesn't.
It doesn't have an effect. So
Yeah,
you know,
I think level of detail might, like if you've got really, really detailed props, but maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
But I mean, Dreams is still in development, so we definitely
Yeah,
try
the
Oh,
to
yeah,
thermometer
yeah.
is gonna.
make the limits as high as they can be.
Yeah. Because we know people are gonna make crazy big worlds.
Grey.
I like this floor one. It looks kind of cool.
It's really cool, isn't it?
Oh, that's cool.
Look at that, and you can just. And now I've turned the grid off completely, and we're just going like totally freeform.
John's going free flow. You can't stop him.
Nothing can stop me now.
Well, that looks good.
One of my favourite things about Dreams is that, like, can you see the landscape in the background?
Yeah.
And you can see the sculptural marks that someone has created when they're creating that landscape. You can
Right.
tell that they've got like a flat shape, and they've used smear to create the mountains, and they've carved into it.
Yeah.
And a lot of like art programs sort of try to hide the tool.
Yeah.
Um,
Whereas we want
where-
to celebrate it almost.
yeah,
you know,
because
bring it out.
not only is it so cool to like, it's cool because it's sketchy and it looks like it was effortless.
Yeah.
But also, other people can look at it and reverse engineer how it was made.
It has
So
character, yeah.
It's sort of like teaching you how to make art at the same time as looking cool. That's what I don't know. I don't know
No,
if
that's
that's
cool. I like that.
I'm totally with you on that.
Yeah.
mate, Cool.
Because sometimes when you look at video games and you sort of look at their concept art pieces, you know, that they made
it looks
beforehand.
completely different to how it.
Yeah,
ended
exactly.
up
And the
being.
concept art is usually really beautiful.
Really beautiful.
And it's
So-
like, I want to play that game, you know. So that's sort of the aim of Dreams is to.
yeah, totally the aim of Dreams. So we like I'm sketching now. I'm not even really
You didn't have
being
a,
that careful. I
a,
didn't
a,
have
a
a
set plan.
yeah.
You know, it's like I'm going to build this room and then this room. You're just sort of riffing and
Seen how
It's so cool. It's like how you've got those big hollows behind those pillars.
I'm getting a real sense of scale in this bit.
It's
Would
really
you be
massive.
able to make NPCs says designation 6 of 10?
Non-playable characters. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've definitely got. You've probably seen our biped creation. You can make them, and you can record them moving around, and so you'd be able to make your own kind of NPCs. You know, you'd probably
Yeah.
be able to put sort of some kind of intelligence on them. You know.
Yeah, so that
So,
they follow a certain thing or they do a certain thing.
Exactly.
When you
Yeah,
approach
absolutely.
them.
We've got to be able to bring the world to life. You know,
Yeah.
because it'd be a bit sad if you were in this amazing world, but you were the only person there.
Yeah, and it felt very static.
Exactly.
Except if it's a horror game, then it would be really atmospheric.
Yeah. Just why
But if you make
horror
any other
games,
type of game, you probably want more characters than just you.
Yeah, exactly. In this type of thing, isolation is quite good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool. I've like lost up. I don't know.
Yeah, there's the
I'm
character.
Yeah,
floating
where is
around
up,
I'm
actually?
floating around
Oh,
in
There's
okay.
the
space.
character down there.
Tiny.
See how
It's like an ant.
Yeah, so in fact, I just
Wow.
play mode and you can have a look around the peak. You can come back to where you came from as well, back through the door.
All right. Should we do that just to show
Yeah.
how big it is?
yeah, this
so
is-
this
this
is
is
the
everything,
starting
yeah.
corridor. It's a nice. I feel comfortable here.
I feel safe here. This is like the starting
Yeah.
point of the
This
level
is
where
my
it's
safe
like
zone.
nothing bad's going to happen to me here.
Ooh,
Oh, this is a danger zone.
Oh, that's an ominous-looking staircase.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's that going to go?
Oh,
What's in
I
the
can't even see
shadows?
the
You
walls
can
now.
tilt around. You can look around with the motion control, which is really
Yeah,
cool.
it's really lovely, especially when you've got a big flashlight on your head. It's
Yeah.
really satisfying to just wobble the controller and look around. I'm going to go up this. Oh, this feels imposing.
Ooh. Look at that vista.
Oh my god, that's cool.
That's
What a nice
Oh,
reveal.
my goodness me.
Right, I think you should take over and do some bits. Pete.
Okay.
It's like
I love this.
it's a design off.
Look at
A
this.
design off.
I really, really love this shape in the corner.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
It's
Absolutely
Mhm.
fantastic.
Really nice. Just
Okay,
like what's
Pete, here you
inside
go.
that.
I'll swap seats with you
Okay.
Oh yeah.
if we can. You go up and I go under because your wires are.
Oh yeah, I have a wire. Okay.
It's musical chairs.
Careful.
Careful. Careful. Don't pull out the mics. Okay.
What I do is
Sorry,
I pull
Pete.
off the stuff off the screen
Oh yeah.
so we can see. Look.
Careful of the camera, John.
Wait, that's a bit. I'm careful. That was. There we go.
Can you see the streamers everywhere?
Way.
Yay!
See the
We're
screen
the
now?
streamers.
Yay!
The Twitch.
The
streamers.
Twitch.
So-
How much all on
streamers.
your Twitch followers?
Hello!
Hey.
Yay! Thanks for
Dollars.
joining us. You're the
Thanks,
best. We love
guys.
you. Yay!
Okay.
Just quickly for those that don't know, John Beach is a designer, and also Peter Field
Yep.
is a designer.
We're both
so
designers.
both
We sit
designers.
next to each other in
Yeah,
the
you're
office.
best
Actually,
Yeah.
we're
buddies.
we're best buddies.
We're team design.
Team
Yay!
design.
So yeah, I feel like we're in good hands here.
Well, I think you were up until this point, and then we'll see how it
Ah,
goes.
so
Oh,
modest. Pete,
Pete.
So modest.
Ah dear.
Will you be able to make little movies in the game, or will it have to just be games?
Oh, so
Yeah,
the
you can
the
make
aim
a
of
movie.
Dreams is we really want people to be able to make everything, from
Yeah.
animations to films to games to
Sculpture.
interactive movies,
Yeah,
sculpture.
artwork.
We really want to sort of
soundtracks.
just empower digital creation
Yeah.
for people who perhaps don't have access to it usually,
Yeah, yeah,
or,
yeah.
Or don't want to learn something very complicated like Macs and all the
Yeah,
traditional
these
high-end.
really kind of involved tools that
Yep.
take a long time to
It's
learn.
about just making it accessible from the word go. So even if you're not, I don't know, comfortable in those fields, you'll soon learn to be comfortable. I think.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Because it's just heartbreaking to think that there could be some incredible creators out there that are sort of stumped by the learning curve of
Yeah.
existing like creation packages.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe they
Like
feel
the
put
amount of
off
times
from-
I've opened up an audio suite and I've just been so baffled by it that I can't work
You
out
just
how
give
to
up
make
straight
it.
away before
It's
even
stymied.
trying.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
I have an idea in my head. I just want to make
I
it,
know.
but I now I have to spend 20
We
hours.
want to make it.
you
The
know.
difference really is like anyone can pick up a pencil and they can draw, and obviously with practice you can draw much cooler, much better looking things.
Yeah, yeah.
But everyone can pick up a pencil, and it's no different.
Everybody
But
can have a go.
I feel like most packages, 3D packages at the moment, are kind of like this, and you're like, oh, there's lots of. What does this?
Let me
kind
get the
of do,
manual out. Hang on, let me just have a look through the manual before
And they can
I...
eventually figure it out and
Yeah.
obviously get really good at it. But we want the difference between us and them, so we can just. It's immediate and it's about a performance. We're a bit like some guy on stage with a guitar making
Yeah.
music, and he's enjoyable to watch because he's like rocking out. And then there's DJs who are also, they make amazing music, obviously. but watching them compose the music at home is usually them sort of, you know, twisting sliders and knobs and tweaking it, and then
On
they
the
go onto the
computer,
stage and they just kind of play their music
Yeah.
that they've made beforehand.
yeah.
And so we want to be like the rock guitar hero on stage as opposed to the DJ in his bedroom. The end results on both are both
Yeah,
fantastic,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we're just going for that kind of ethos.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Pete's taken my piece from beforehand, and now
I'm
he's
trying to work out where it is. Okay, that looks cool.
Oh, that looks cool. That looks really cool.
interesting.
I'm sort of just experimenting. I don't really know where I'm
that's
going.
Cool, that's cool.
But
The
I
lights
I
there.
reckon you could probably put some really big bits in the distance,
Yeah.
as like massive edifices, you know, as if it was like some alien city.
That's a good
let's
word.
do that. Edifices.
That's a really good word.
I'm full of good words.
So many words today.
So many words today. So yeah, if you
Let's make something big.
yeah,
And
Let's
could-
make it
really,
against
really
this
big.
backdrop so I can see what I'm doing.
Yeah,
You could also make like a game in Dreams, and then also within that make cutscenes in that game.
Yeah,
right?
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
making a film is a
absolutely.
bit like making a very long cutscene, and you're going to be able to make cutscenes. So
So yes, you can
you
make.
you will make films in the same way.
And you can create your own music to go along with it, and
Oh yeah,
All
yes.
sorts,
You know,
yeah.
everything. We want to be able to make like everything you're looking at
Oh, I
now.
know.
Everything is made in Dreams.
yeah,
You know,
100%.
there's lots of other games out there that have UGC, but all the stuff is, well, not all. Lots of the things are authored outside. You know,
Yeah,
like take Minecraft for example. You know, you essentially make everything in there, but the textures on it were made in like Photoshop or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
We don't want. We want everything, like everything, to be made in Dreams is
Yeah.
in Dreams. There's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
external.
Input.
Anything coming
Yeah,
into it,
no,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
all
Actually, let's go.
the tools that we give the community are the tools that you guys use
Exactly.
in the studio.
Yeah,
Yes.
So we're all just like a massive development studio, really.
Cool. I like that. The sort of twisty.
Yeah.
architecture. Do you want me to have a look
Whoa,
at it?
that-
That's right.
It's really
I've
cool to
got the
see it zoom
controller.
back into
Oh,
the
yeah.
character.
I find it
Didn't even see you
easier
pick
to
that up.
use the controller sometimes.
There we go. Look at it.
And also, I think
Nice.
it's quite nice to just
See it in context.
Show-
Wow, that's really cool.
just show that, like the difference between using Move
Oh, yeah. So
and the
Pete's
controllers.
like
Yeah.
is the
sculpting
same.
and building with the Move controllers now. You know.
So what I think, if I can find my spot, it'd be good to do.
If you press play, it'll probably jump back to your spot, and then you can then unpress play and then move it around.
But I think it multi-selects everything.
Oh, does it? I'm not sure it does. Maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe it won't be.
But yeah, as you can see, Peter's using the DualShock
You can
controller.
multiple select from here actually. So
Yeah,
even if you
exactly. That's probably
Mm.
the right way to go.
There we go.
So yeah, you don't have to have Move controllers to play
No,
games.
no, no,
You
no,
can
no.
play it entirely,
With
straight from the
DualShock,
box,
yeah.
just,
Oh,
just with
moved
your
it
regular
again.
controller.
You don't even need
The
the
camera.
camera.
No.
You just need a DualShock and a PS4. So if you have a PS4 and you want to play Dreams, you're going to be able to.
Yeah, you can just get started.
Like it though. That's quite. They look like giant speakers at like the
For a big rock concert.
a big rock concert, like the Universal rock concert. You know, where
I thought they looked a bit like
it's like X Factor in space.
it's some weird
Where's Simon Cowell?
octopus robot, and these are
Kind
its
of coming out from
tentacles.
the.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
That's even more terrifying.
Oof.
Okay, let's wander about. Let's explore. Let's find some cool stuff. So that looks cool, but it's unfinished.
Yeah.
So I might finish these pillars. They're a bit higher. I might make them a lot.
Can you
smaller.
run up those pillars? Like,
Can I what, sorry?
Can you run up them? Like, are they
Ooh, let's try.
just see, like, get a sense of like height from up there. You know?
I think the gravity might be quite low as well because it's space. You might be able to jump quite nicely.
I am climbing the pillar.
There you go.
Oh,
we-
There you go.
Yay!
You
That's
could
cool.
also-
On top of the world. Oh, finally, you can see these.
You could go back and
tentacles.
get the door because that you can just copy and paste that door.
Yeah,
You know,
let's
put
put
Oh
some
yeah,
doors
yeah.
in.
Let's leave that person
That's
precariously.
precariously there.
I'm going to come back and
Don't
she's going to be
fall,
clinging
Space
on
Girl.
for dear life.
Yeah, it's certainly becoming.
Why did you
harder
leave me here, Peter?
Why?
Okay, so here's our door.
in the open position. Just fine.
Giving you folks just a little hint of what logic
Yeah.
is
And
available.
we can scale the door up and down. You know, so
Ooh, you can make it a
get,
massive one.
you can get gameplay items and then you can make them bigger or smaller. And,
Mhm.
you know, so hopefully, you know, when people be online, they make these gameplay objects like sliding doors or
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah.
cars, and they just share them. So you know,
Yeah.
as soon as you get onto Dreams, you'll be able to find loads of cool,
Yeah,
interesting
I know what I'm
things.
looking for. You'll search, and it'll,
Yeah.
you know, there'll be someone will have made it.
Would you be able to make scripted events like something moving in the distance when you look at the direction?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ah.
So see how this door obviously opens when you get close to it. We'll be able to do things very similar to that, you know, and it could be based on where you're looking or where you're standing or
Yeah,
It's-
lots of different little logic parameters will be able to sort of determine when events happen.
cool. It's like the moon landings. Maybe this is what's on the dark side of the moon.
Just this big
Yeah.
space base
Yeah.
floating around.
Space
Space
base.
base.
Space base.
Space in
Space
the
base.
base.
Space base.
This light's really cool.
Yeah,
It's
that's
nice.
This is a cool light, isn't it?
Ooh.
It casts nice shadows.
It does. It
There's
does.
no walls there yet, but there might be.
There
in
will
a
be.
minute.
Yeah.
Which wall shall I choose?
That one's quite good that way because then it looks like big pillars. like
Yes.
Yeah.
Structural supports
Mhm.
going upwards.
We do not make flaky buildings. Everything is structurally sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
It will withstand.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Withstand the
The
wedges
alien
of the moon.
attack.
Yeah, exactly. An attack that will come, I'm sure.
Will you be able to make like first-person shooters and that?
Oh yeah.
And
That's exactly how the question was going.
It just sounded so much like you, Dan.
yeah, it really did. I thought that was just you asking.
That
I'm
is-
not asking the community questions anymore. I'm just asking my own questions.
What shall I have for tea?
We certainly hope, when Little Big Planet came out, which was clearly a side-scrolling platform,
Mhm.
people still made first-person shooters in that.
Yeah.
This has so many more tools. The fact it's in 3D,
Yeah.
certainly
It
lends
has the
itself-
potential, definitely.
It definitely has the potential. Whether or not we do that or not is another matter. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
people in the community will certainly be able
Yeah.
to.
We've certainly focused on third-person controls for the moment
Mhm.
because that's the kind of game that we want to sort of push
Yeah.
to start with. But
It's like the engine room. It's sort of getting.
yeah, I like these
pipes.
pipes.
Pipey.
Yeah.
It's pipey, isn't it? Let's put some pipes in here.
Would you be able to
I even
create
did
like?
corner pipes there, so one of them had
Yeah.
corner pipes. I was
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
ahead, you see.
Uh-huh.
I knew that was going to be useful.
Could you
at
create
some
like
point.
steam or something coming out of one
You
of them?
could absolutely create. You could probably do that now, Peter, with the stroke
You
tool.
want to see steam on the stream?
Steam
The
stream.
stroke tool.
Steam
Okay,
stream.
let's go into the stroke tool.
Ow.
Let's get some light in here.
So you can see the steam.
Yeah. yeah.
But yeah, I reckon you can make some steam.
Now, can I remember how to make the steam? Okay,
Okay,
So
so you go to
I'm
new
going to create a
sculpt,
new sculpt.
That's it.
I'm going to stick it here.
where the steam's going to be. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you select that splat
This
tool.
is the
that's it,
splat
yeah.
tool.
Ooh.
And
This
then we
is-
make it. Then you make it strokey, so you get the square, and then you make it. So that's the difference between stamping down
Uh-huh.
and smearing. So now
Yeah.
you want to be able to smear
Yeah.
And you
something.
can
It kind of is-
smear.
It's like a paintbrush, really.
Like a
yeah,
paintbrush,
yeah.
yeah.
You can smear at a uniform scale,
Uh-huh.
or you can smear based on how hard you press the trigger.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that
Ah,
one.
That's
Yeah.
clever.
And then if you go to we've got different types of sprites, so we want like an animated sprite or something like that, don't we?
Yeah,
Oh wow, this is so cool.
So
I haven't seen a lot
I
of these.
think
things.
animated.
I think animated will probably work.
Is that
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Or don't
pressure,
have
Pete.
I think that'd be that should,
Don't let us down.
Displacement.
that should work. I think that'd
Normal.
probably just work.
Okay, let's pick a nice colour. It's on smoke colour already.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. so
Oh
that's
yeah, I can see that already.
fine. So now what Pete's
I need
going
to
do?
turn
Upright
this.
mode off. So Pete's just going to now draw through through space and
time.
It's like we're in sync today, Jenny. There we go.
Whoa. Ooh.
That is some intense steam. There.
That is quite
Put some
dense.
music on that.
So I think if you do the half stroke as you first come out and then get stronger, it sort of fan out like that.
Mm.
So you
I'll start
off
small.
and then
I don't know why I think smoke moves in that shape.
It's very painterly though. I feel
yeah,
like it's very
painterly.
impressionist.
I need to highlight it with my head torch. Oh, there it is.
Way.
There's some smoke wafting off into the distance. That's just how the air
It's very
currents work on the
uniform.
moon.
You know
But
what
to be
that?
fair, we're in space though.
You
so
know what
I
that
think
makes me think of?
Anything.
Can
is
I
possible.
swap back in because I've got
Yeah,
a really good
absolutely.
idea. I've been
See,
inspired.
this is a good example of like collaboration together. You know, you guys
Yeah,
are just
Pete's inspired
riffing
me.
off each other's ideas.
I think we're all tangled now, but I think
That's
it's
right.
okay.
No, I went under. So I went under last time, so we should be okay.
Okay.
Do you want
Okay.
these?
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna.
want to be the one that has to clear that up anyway. So.
Poor Dan. Everyone, give a hand to Dan.
Hey.
Okay, so
This is our title screen.
what happened there?
Oh, we're back.
Oh, it's just the.
There we go. Okay, so I saw the stroke tool then, and it made me think of sort of instead of steam, it could be like energy lines or something like that.
Yeah,
like
that'd
the
be
plasma
cool.
flowing throughout the thing. So I'm going to put a stroke over here, and this time I'm going to get.
Can you make the
a
smoke
glowy
glowy?
colour.
You can.
You can, which is what I'm about to do.
Oh,
But instead of the smoke glow, it's going to be like plasma.
nice.
Plasma. Let's get a
Nice.
what colour can like an orangey red plasma. Looks good. Okay. Stroke tool. Animate it. That one. And we'll make it flowing.
People saying you could make waterfalls and things.
Oh
like
yeah,
that,
you can. You can. Totally
Water's
do
great
that.
actually. Yeah, really good.
So you see, I draw a line like that. That's a bit too fast, so I'm going to slow it down a tad.
That's cool.
So this is the speed that it animates at.
I think the speed that you draw it also affects
yeah,
it.
it does. It absolutely does. So there we go. That's cool.
Ooh.
That looks nice.
That's very spacey.
So what I'm
Yeah.
going to do is I'm going to just sort of draw some.
Jenny, somebody asks if you're drinking a gin and tonic.
Oh no, it's orange juice.
Oh.
It's orange juice.
I'm disappointed in you.
It's very tasty though.
So that's cool. So I'm just going to draw this.
Oh, I see what
Everything.
you're doing. Yeah, it's like a little.
There we go. So
That is super cool.
that's pretty cool. So then I can
Ooh.
then just turn this on so we can see it actually moving. And then I'm going to just clone this and copy this around so I can put them everywhere.
Oh, this is cool.
And we can just scale them up. So now it really is starting to look like a sort of alien
Mm-hmm.
technology.
You're starting to wonder who is controlling this technology.
Who is?
Like,
Yeah.
who
Who
created
is?
it?
Where did it come from?
Alien John.
And the good thing about this tool is it doesn't matter. So here, John's embedded most of the stroke in the wall. It just doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. In most games, you'd have to be
Yeah, super careful.
very
with that.
careful
Yeah, yeah.
to optimize your scene, but here it's actually encouraged because it's reusing the same asset.
So I'm actually going to tint them as well to a different colour, so we have some that are different colours.
Nice.
I think I've got red here, so I'm going to tint this one red. It'll work. Tint red. I'm going to need glow on.
Glow it red.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's really good.
I like those
I like that
colours.
one.
That's cool, yeah. And then we'll have these ones over
It's like
here,
it's on
different
fire
colour green.
almost.
Yeah, fire. Let's get green on this
Can
one.
you have fires in space? I don't think
You can if there's air.
Yeah,
and
'cause you
it-
need
f-
the triangle, don't
flames
you?
are like
The fire
circular,
triangle,
but
yeah.
like without gravity, fire just looks very strange.
Look at that, that's so cool.
So that's cool. It's sort of like an alien tech. In fact, let's build some bits around it so it really feels integrated in. So we get some of the.
A few more pieces, yeah, nice.
Can we only make, Callum Gray asks if we can only make bipeds or if we can make quadrupeds and whatnot.
We can only make bipeds at the moment. Quadrupeds is something, and other types of peds we'll look into in the future. But at the moment, we've just got bipeds.
Just focusing on getting the
Yes,
bipeds you know,
Exactly. We
Yeah.
want them
working
to be
really
the-
well, and that we're happy with them.
Great question though.
Yeah, really good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those peds.
All the peds.
You can still make a chicken though. That's only got 2 legs.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Oh,
you're only limited
You
by
can
your
make
imagination.
a T-Rex kind of. Not really. I guess they have the little one.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's got 2 arms and 2 legs
Make
that
a
we can do
T-Rex.
right now.
A cow walking on its hind legs.
Yeah.
A dog walking on its hind legs.
Any animal.
Walking
a
on its
spider
hind
walking
legs.
on 2 of its legs.
Yeah. As in
Ugh.
the rest. Okay.
Please no more talk of spiders, please. I hate spiders.
Oh,
That's all we needed to
Make a
do to
spider.
make this a space spider. That's a space spider in the distance.
Oh
Jenny.
no, I hate it.
Space
no,
spider.
No. I don't know why I'm doing things from things.
Is it possible to make level links move or like fade in and out or appear?
Level links.
I don't know what that means.
I'm not
What,
quite
as
sure
in
what
like
it
when
is.
you travel to another part of the level, like, or another?
To a different level.
To-
So I
to-
think at the moment, like we've just shown level links that already exist.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, they could be moving. So I think I'm going to explain what I'm imagining and we'll see if that lines up. But you could have
Go for it.
a boat on some waves and a level link on that boat, and it could float around, and whenever you jump onto the boat, you could travel somewhere else. Is that what? Maybe that's answered the question, but
So I think, yeah, that kind of answers it. I'm going to do some electrical sparks,
Yeah.
because like,
Oh.
in these sort of scary places, there's always like electrical fittings that are kind of like
A bit.
not working very
Yeah,
well. They're a bit
yeah.
like,
They might explode at any second.
okay, almost there. Let's just increase density a little bit. How's that looking? Ooh, almost.
That's so cool. I haven't seen that
Okay,
effect
okay.
before.
So what's cool is you can draw a few strokes like this to make it more like. Okay, so that's cool. So I'm happy with that.
That's nice. Yeah, I like that.
So then I can move
Just repeat
that
that
to
all over.
I can put that where lights are, so and you can scale it all up as well.
Oh, nice.
So you can just make that light look like it's
Spitting.
going a bit wrong sometimes.
that's
you see.
cool.
And we can put it on loop, so it is constantly moving. So just tunnel back into it.
Ooh, nice. Can you make the lights flicker? Actually, that's just a random question.
You can make the lights.
You can,
flicker,
yeah.
Because again, I feel like that's quite good with horror when they're flickering and you can't quite see like what's
Yeah.
ahead, and then suddenly there's
Cool.
a flicker. Sound effects. That's really nice. That's good.
It's like a happy spark. I'm not like
Yeah.
threatened by that flickering light.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanna-
that's,
Pete needs more.
No.
Threat.
It just looks like it's like a little firework. I love it.
I'm gonna
It's going la 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 la.
bring these down a bit. 'Cause I'm a bit quiet. I've got an idea. Because one thing I'm thinking that might be on an alien planet, which I've just had a cool brainwave for, is because someone's mentioned waterfalls earlier.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
This
After
is
seeing
kind
the
of
smoke, they
inspired
were
me,
like,
yeah.
"You can make
So,
waterfalls."
You can make waterfalls, but waterfalls are cool. You know, everyone likes a waterfall. But I think what would be even cooler would be a lava fall.
Oh!
Yeah, that's right. So we get this, and lava goes quite slowly. So we do that.
Get
Oh,
some
it already
get
looks
some
like
magma up
lava.
in here.
Looks like lava,
That's the
so
perfect brush for lava, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Let's go.
Ooh.
Bring it down like that. Oh yeah, nice and slow. Okay, but what I want to do is make it a bit more spaced out. There we go. So we really see it.
It's like a real like. Oh, that's cool. As if it's kind of cascading
Yeah,
almost.
cascading. And then what we'll do is, after I've built it, we can just build some scenery around it to accommodate it. You see,
And you can just keep painting, can't you?
you can just keep painting.
Yeah.
So I can really, go crazy here. You just keep painting it like this. Keep drawing more lava.
I love that effect. It looks so cool.
Loves lava. Okay, and also, in lava, if you remember, it's like black bits flow with it.
Is
So
that?
I'm going to try and do
Oh,
that.
is
That's
that
like
cool?
the sort of like stuff that's not melted on
Yeah,
the
I'm
surface.
trying to remember my geography
So
here.
let's
yeah.
try and
This is
Um,
half dream stream, half geography lesson.
educational.
Can we have transparent materials?
Not at the moment, but it's something we're working on, and hopefully we'll have transparent materials.
Have you
by
seen
then.
at the top? It looks like this sort of like bubbling and boiling.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It's really satisfying.
Yeah, it's something that we would really like to get in.
Yeah,
But
Oh.
it's a brand new sort of rendering system, so it's something that we keep asking for.
And on top of that, what happens at the bottom of lava is you often get those like bits that are like exploding out, You know
Yeah.
the bits I mean? So I'm just going to do some of those
That's a
as well,
terrible
like,
sound.
oops, that was a bit big.
Almost like a big kind of bubble that kind of goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a popping bubble, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I go get some bits and just like, then it will, that is going not quite as intended. Animation speed.
Somebody asked on the chat if I'm going to be donating my voice
Nice.
for the sound effects for Dreams.
I think
You
should,
will
Jenny.
be.
I did kind of
You're
going to
be one of the voices of dreams, I'm sure.
That would be pretty cool.
You definitely should, Jenny. You actually did some of the early.
I did actually, yeah. I did some
Yeah.
of the voiceovers for that was like just a just a really version of
We
when
were-
we
we
were
were
showing it
prototyping
internally.
gameplay, yeah.
That was it. Yeah. And I was one
But
of
you
the
were
characters.
the main character, weren't you?
I was. I think you guys were all sick of hearing my voice by the
I
end
thought
of
it
it.
was
you
great.
were awesome, Jenny.
Everyone's like, "No, Jenny,
There we
shut
go.
up."
That's,
No.
that's the speed I was looking for.
Yeah, you were really good at that. You
Oh,
just
thanks.
just wandered
were
in,
natural.
nailed it first take. Fantastic.
Well, after some takes. That looks really cool though, John. I love that.
So because the animation is constantly playing and John is sort of interjecting by sort of adding these little sparks at different points when it's playing, they're all sort of naturally offset and it looks really nice and natural. So it's
Yeah.
really cool. You can just leave it playing and keep riffing on it and keep painting it and
Mhm.
keep drawing it.
I love it.
It's really, really cool.
I was
So-
watching some of the individual, like from the top, the way it flows down. I was watching
Yeah,
some of the
yeah, yeah,
individual
yeah.
like strokes and the way it
Come
kind
all
of
the way down.
falls. It's really lovely to watch.
So now I'm just going to build this.
Build behind it.
around
That's a
it,
really good
you
idea.
know, so it looks like it's really sort of cascading down over it.
Because you build
I'll
like a
put some more
volcano
of
that it's
these-
coming out of.
These motifs that Pete made earlier in the distance, I like that vibe, so I'm going to...
This is getting really creepy. This is sort of like feeling a bit evil, like spiky horns and
Yeah,
lava.
it's become more sci-fantasy as opposed
Yeah,
to,
sci-fantasy,
you know,
almost kind of like, sort of
yeah,
Tolkien-ish.
exactly, but in
You
space elves.
not.
Oh yeah.
That's really cool. I like the way that it gets like small at the top. And it's like, ooh. Yeah, it feels kind of almost tentacly as well a little bit, which makes me a bit uneasy if I'm honest. I don't like tentacles.
That's the plan. We've got to scare us.
Make me scared, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not hard. It's not hard.
Contain it in, you know.
Mr. Grady suggests we get Samuel L. Jackson to do the narration for Dreams.
Oh, now that
Ooh.
would be really cool.
That would be pretty cool.
I
If
do
he's up
like
for
it.
it, I think that would be pretty cool.
Anyone got
Samuel,
Samuel's
if you're
number?
watching, give us a call.
If you're a Dreams fan, Samuel,
We would love to get you
get in
involved.
there. Okay, so I think if you jump back into play mode, Pete, you can have
He'd be
a little explosion. I think when you open the door, there may be some lava on the other side.
Okay, well, just be careful because this is a horror game, so you've got to be wary.
Oh.
You don't just go
You've got to
charging.
be very wary,
Don't
Pete.
just go charging through doors.
No.
Yeah,
I'll
'cause
take
if you
my
do,
time.
then
Oh.
Whoa!
The space station is
on fire.
worse for wears.
Yeah.
Better get your little fire hose out.
But you can see how quickly, it's only because someone said waterfalls on the stream that it then
Yeah.
became lava, and how fast that happened.
Yeah.
This
And we're really
character-
hoping that when people are playing and making in Dreams, they'll just be making stuff and they go, oh, actually, I feel like making it like this,
Yeah.
and then making it like this.
And creating together as well, where with their friends and
Yeah.
stuff.
And you can obviously take your time and make it exactly what you want.
Yeah.
If you have a
There's
plan in your head, you
nothing
know.
wrong with that, at all.
I just realised that we took this character and we walked out through this door
Yeah.
to this little balcony, and then
By the
while
time
she
we came
couldn't
back-
see what was going on, we sort of destroyed the whole ship.
Yeah.
And then she came in and she was like, "I've only
What's
been gone
happened
2
here?"
minutes."
She's like, what did you do to my ship? I can't get home.
I saw it from her perspective and I was a bit confused.
She's
See,
like-
we've already got a bit of a story going here as well
Yeah.
for the level. I
Exactly.
love
That's
it.
really
yeah,
spooky.
it's almost, you can build things so fast in Dreams. You can imagine
Mhm.
doing sort of like Dungeons and Dragon
Yeah.
role
You're the
playing,
dungeon
and where
master,
you're
yeah.
actually making things
Mhm.
as fast as you say. And then you went out a door, and then there was some lava.
And then there was an alien monster, and then there was this and that.
Okay, that's definitely got pleased with that lava now.
Well, yeah, people are liking the new animation with the characters as well, because I don't think people have really seen the new
yeah,
run
'cause you
yet.
can run as well. Yeah. So if
Oh
you
yeah,
jump back in,
running
Yeah,
is
the
running is a thing
The
now.
team are doing lots and lots of sort of improvements and work on
so
the
you can,
animation.
you can
and-
say how fast you want them to walk, but then you can say, oh, I also want them to run this much faster. So if Pete pushes slowly on the joystick, you see he
I'm
walks
gonna
More
know.
of
Yeah.
and you can adjust sort of like the bounce that they have and the
exactly. And
the
then
sort
if
of
you
the-
press fast, it transitions into the sprint. You see,
you
and
can-
that's all procedural. So whatever character you make, you can
mhm.
tweak. You don't have to worry about sort of setting up or same old boring animations. You can tune all the animations.
yeah,
to sort
and you
of
can
match
keep
the
changing it
character.
as you go along as well.
Yeah. I think since you're in this room, and this room is there's lava on the other side of the door.
Yeah.
I think there's probably going to be some fire coming through, so I'm going to do some fire. Here we go. So let's get the old stroke tool again, and this time I will make it really fast, quite long like this, and then looks like mirror mode's on there. And then go like this, and you keep doing that. Let's keep.
Ooh.
Oh, that's nice. That's like
Ooh.
a campfire fire, isn't it?
It is.
At the moment,
Yeah, it's soon.
And then you open the door and
But
you're
I
like,
mean,
oh no!
If you had a campfire fire in your spaceship, it would be pretty worrying.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Oh
Danger,
no, it's
danger.
It's getting more out of control.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Get some little ones floating off, and you always get those little tiny.
Yeah, the little.
that's
ones
hypnotizing.
That is. You just kind of want to watch
spark
it.
off. And then we want some smoke to come off it as well, and it's cool because you can do it all at the same time.
Yeah.
So I just choose like a sort of dark grey colour, a bit like how Pete drew the steam earlier. I just draw some smoke going up there. It's quite subtle.
Oh, people are
Fact that
asking
it's
if this is
slow.
a moon base, why is the gravity low or whatever? Like, shouldn't she be floating around? Maybe?
Oh, the gravity is a bit lower,
Yeah.
but it's not super low. You
Mhm.
can.
But that is an option that you can
that
change
is,
with your
yeah,
character. You can adjust the
tune that,
gravity.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah,
You get Sandra Bullock up in this place.
yeah.
yeah.
She didn't save everyone though. She should have saved everyone. I think.
George Clooney.
George
Maybe
Clooney,
George
yeah.
Clooney could be floating around somewhere in the sky.
So now I've got this fire and the smoke. See, I'm quite happy with that.
That's nice.
I can now copy and paste that around wherever I want, so I can really start making this place on fire. We've definitely gone sort of the dark route this time.
You're burning it up.
Yeah.
Blaze it.
Maybe Pete's got to escape in a second. Oh, no.
People are saying the stream is frozen.
It's alright, I fixed
Is it good? Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Dan's the real hero in this story.
So let's go back over where we were before.
It's really good. Like, now I'm already feeling quite claustrophobic almost.
Yeah,
like
'cause
I need
It's
to
all
get out
because
of
of
here.
that fusey light as well.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, it
fused,
sparked and that was it.
and now
Oh yeah.
everything has happened.
Who didn't fix
We started
it?
leaking energy up in the ceiling. Then there was a lava flow.
Now
That
the
was
roof is on
unexpected.
fire. The roof.
No
The
roof.
roof.
No
The roof is on fire.
It's going up the wall there. Look. Can you do some of that? It's really starting to take hold now. So if we jump back into play mode,
Wow.
Pete can have a look around in play mode and see how much more dangerous this place has got. And
This
obviously
is
we could tweak that later, with logic to make that dangerous for the player.
Wow,
So
that's
if you-
really cool. That fire. I really like
Yeah.
that. Well, actually, it's quite hot. But
It's very hot.
And if you weren't happy with it, you could just go in and tweak one of them, and all of them would update.
Mm.
Because this is a
So Pete's he's probably going to try and escape by going back where he was, because he can see there's no fire down there.
Yeah, this is not safe in that direction.
Exactly.
We want to run the
But
other
as he
way.
goes that way, the structural integrity of the building fails, and suddenly the ceiling starts collapsing down.
No!
Oh no! How did that happen?
No!
So the ceiling's starting to cave in now. It's got some debris that's sort of coming down like this. You see?
Holy moly! This is not a good day for our space girl.
And you can see how quickly we can just sort of change our mind about what we're doing.
Yeah.
Will it collapse entirely all the way around? What do you guys think? Should we roll a dice to see?
Oh no!
Is it gonna?
Should we roll a modular spaceship part?
That
Very meta.
is.
I don't know. Oh my goodness.
I think we should sort of. It should
we
feel
all-
like you're. It's impossible to get out, but there's actually like a glimmer of hope. Let's give her a glimmer of hope for
Glimmer of
now.
hope.
People are saying action, excitement, rubble.
That is a
Thank you,
perfect
Sean
description
Vertigo.
of what is going on.
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
pretty. Yeah.
Action, excitement, and rubble.
So we
And
got
could you like animate those pieces falling down, like the
You could
blocks
do,
and
yeah,
stuff?
yeah. We've got like
You could
animation
just
tools.
physicalize them so that they do fall down.
Another
Yeah.
great word there.
Yeah.
Physicalize.
So we can just turn the physics on.
Yeah.
on
Designers
those
only have
blocks.
3 words. One of them's physicalize.
What's the
And one
other
of
two?
Modular, I guess, is one of them.
one of them is defizz,
Oh,
Defizz.
because
defizz.
sometimes you make things not physical for various reasons.
Oh, I thought you said fizz, like
Yeah.
fizzy pop.
It
I
is-
heard
it is-
fizz as well.
It's spelt that way.
Oh,
That's how we spell it, but it's not a real word, obviously, at all.
This is chaos.
you wanted rubble and excitement. You're getting it.
All right,
No, can
let's
she
make
make
a
it
more
through?
narrow passageway to get through. Oh, she's gonna have to go very close to some of these flames.
Exactly. I think, if they're like brushing you ever so slightly, that's going to
Yeah.
be really cool. So we're like, that whole side wall is burning like that.
Okay.
And then this side, the same. So we get that.
Will you be able to make custom HUDs and stuff?
Yes,
Yes, absolutely.
that's already being worked on, and it's looking quite tasty, but it's not quite ready to show yet.
Ooh.
Okay.
And after the ceiling had collapsed,
Oh, I'm gonna shield myself from the flames.
run through, Pete, run through. Speed is your ally. Quick, get the door to shut. Get the door to shut.
It's gonna land.
run.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Ah, airlock. We're safe.
Yeah.
That was hot in there.
Hallelujah!
Breeze,
Yay!
breeze.
I like a happy ending.
I like a happy ending. That was good.
I'm gonna just jump off into this void.
Don't jump into the void.
Start another
Why would you
space.
do that, Pete?
I didn't know the edge was there. I just turned around and it was very close to the edge.
Playing with fire,
Okay.
literally.
Ooh, is that
Well-
how much time have we got left?
Wow,
Is
that's
that
actually
the end?
that's been an hour. That's perfect. I
That
think.
is
yeah.
a good
Woo!
conclusion.
Thank you
Thanks
so
everyone for
much,
tuning
you
in,
two. Thank
and
you
we
for
will,
joining us on the stream, you guys.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, thanks,
Our
Pete.
pleasure.
Yeah,
it's really good
fun having
fun.
you guys on. Yeah, woo!
Yeah, cool. Thank you everyone for watching. It
Yeah,
was really good
hope
fun.
you enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to tune in. Follow us on Twitter at Media Molecule, and on Twitch we are Media_Molecule. And we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
time.
and thanks to all you guys who followed us out there
Yeah,
today, new
thank
followers.
you. Thanks for all your love and support. We love you.
Awesome. See you soon, guys.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.